Yorana everyone, welcome back to my Ori Tahiti self-practice journey channel. If you're new here, I'm Kaori, 43 years old, living in Berlin. I started this self-practice journey in July 2024, and it's been a personal challenge and a joy to stay consistent. I mentioned in my previous video why I practice on my own instead of taking class. It's partly because of financial reasons and partly because I have another project I'm working on besides my full-time job. But more than that, I've come to appreciate the quiet discipline of self-practice. I should also mention, I'm still a total beginner at Ori Tahiti. I danced a little when I was in Tahiti 10 years ago for about 2 months, but I never really trained after that seriously, and I've forgotten so much. Now I'm starting from scratch, step by step. If you've ever wanted to try Tahitian dance but felt hesitant, I hope this video encourages you. If I can do it, anyone can. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to start. I usually start my mornings early, around 5 a.m. It's not easy to wake up when it's still dark outside, but I remind myself why I do this. I love the feeling of movement first thing in the morning. It wakes me up, clears my mind, and helps me start the day with a sense of purpose. I practice for about 30 minutes before heading to work. Some mornings are better than others. Sometimes my body feels light, and other times I feel stiff and slow. But even on those days, I try to show up and do what I can. After work, I make time for my main practice session. I follow routines by one of my favorite Ori Tahiti dancers, Mareva Bouchaux. Her YouTube tutorials have been a huge inspiration for me. I go through the same routine at least 3 times per day, sometimes up to 5 times when I feel good. I know my movements are not perfect, and I still struggle with some techniques, but I try to focus on enjoying the process.
Like always you have to bend, okay? So we start baru, okay? So baru from here, okay? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
This week, I also learned an important lesson. Rest is just as important as training. In the beginning, I didn't really understand that. I used to think that practicing more meant improving faster. When I was in Tahiti 10 years ago, I could dance for 3 to 4 hours straight. But now my body is different. My life is different.
Opening of the upper body, and then guide yourself all the way down, touching your forehead to the floor, reaching your fingers right up to the sky.
On Wednesday, I felt really exhausted, so instead of dancing, I just did yoga in the morning.
Reaching that top arm towards the front of your mat, really breathing into the side body here. Exhale, hands back down to the mat. Get that forehead center, allowing it to
And then on Friday, there was a public transportation strike, so I worked from home. Since I didn't have to commute, I had a bit more time for myself. After lunch, I decided to go for a walk nearby my place. It was nice to step outside, breathe some fresh air, and let my body recover from the week. A year ago, I might have felt guilty for not practicing every single day, but now I see that listening to my body is part of the journey too. On Saturday, I usually practice longer, about an hour to an hour and a half. It's the one day I can dedicate more time to improving my technique and working on endurance. And you can really see how sweaty I get after these sessions. It's really intense, but I love the feeling of pushing myself a little more. Because on Sunday, I give my body full rest. No dancing, no workouts, just letting my muscles recover so I can start fresh again next week. Lately, I've also been thinking about taking classes this year. I love practicing on my own, but I also know that learning from a teacher could help me improve faster. So let's see, maybe in a future video, I'll share my experience if I decide to join a class. I know I still have a long way to go, but I want to keep improving step by step. And I know I'm not alone. If you are also practicing Ori Tahiti or any kind of dance, I hope this video encourages you to keep going at your own pace. Whether you're practicing with a teacher or on your own like me, every little effort adds up. The most important thing is to enjoy the dance, connect with the movement, and be kind to yourself along the way. So this was my week. If you've ever wanted to try Tahitian dance but felt unsure, just start. If I can do it, you can too. Let's practice together, move together, and keep learning together. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Maululu!